This is NDTV and you are watching NDTV Prime.
A very good morning to each one of you. On behalf of National HRD Network, I would like to welcome all the distinguished guests to the third NHRDN CEO Conclave. The National HRD Network, NHRDN, established in 1986, National Apex Body of professionals committed to promoting the HRD movement in the country. Today, at the third NHRDN CEO Conclave, we are proud to bring together CEOs across industries to address the theme, Simplifying Complex Realities, Scripting the Way Forward. I would now request Mr. K. Ramkumar to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to this CEO Conclave. This was a property NHRDN created about 3 years back, and it came from an objective that the profession cannot be inward looking. And over the years, I think in the last 3 years, we have moved on to learn to see how do we expand the deliberations in this room that reach people who otherwise don't have access to this deliberation. Another good thing about this is that it advertises access to knowledge, resource, and practice to practically everybody, irrespective of whether you're big or small. If at the end of the day, bodies like National HRD Network are not in the forefront of promoting business in India, we cannot promote a profession. So I think our intent is creation, codification, and dissemination of knowledge. This institution did not come in for only furthering the HR profession. We wanted to enhance the people capabilities. How do we get to a point where it is a value-accreting proposition to the people, individuals, institutions, and nation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kumar. Would now request Mr. Adil Malia to set the context for the third NHRDN CEO Conclave.
So it's indeed a great pleasure for me to be out here, and it's a great pleasure to have so many HR professionals come out here. Changing times, and you know, HR is quite a time responsible for complicating simple realities. And therefore, we had no better theme to think of than to say simplifying complex realities. Ernst & Young came out with a fantastic report which talks about entire disruption and what is the upside of disruption and what are the trends. And they found that this disruption that we are talking about is caused in a cusp of 3 critical elements: technology, globalization, and demographics. It is therefore in this exciting world that we find, and we have found around 4 threads for the conclave. When everything in the world becomes difficult, how do CEOs and HR managers strategize for the changing environment? For the second proposition that we are going to discuss in this conclave is about customer, the changing profile of the customer. How are we going to manage the customer's profile and expectation? Third thread that we are to talk about is how do we develop the cutting edge talent. And the last thread that we are going to have in the conclave is going to be talking about boundaries. No longer it is enough for you to have only a legal license to operate. It is very, very necessary that you have a moral and a social license to operate. So we have invited some very known professionals with, who are ideologists, who have got new thoughts. We're going to learn from that. Thank you very much.
So we now have Ms. Sonu Iyer to deliver the theme address, and she will be co-presenting with Mr. Paresh Vaish.
Thank you very much.
So I'll talk briefly about some of the trends that are going on in the marketplace, and then Sonu will talk about what that means for you as leaders. The first trend is industry redefinition. And so more and more companies are asking themselves, you know, we have a particular business that we engage in today. What else could we do with the assets that we have in place? Is there some other industry that we could take over? The second is future of smart. So more and more you're seeing technology is driving industry. seeing much more analytics, much more knowledge about what's happening about the customer. The third thing that's really, really interesting from our perspective is the future of work. A lot of tasks are being automated. The fifth is what we call the behavior revolution. So increasingly, you're finding that individual behaviors are transforming what's happening in societies. So again, as I mentioned, a lot of these have very, very fundamental implications for companies today. I think companies that react and respond to that well are going to be much more successful than companies that do not. But today, we'd like to focus on what does this mean for leaders. So I'm going to Sonu to really share with you our perspective on what leaders need to do about these,
Every one of us really needs to start asking questions about what is the business that we are in. Are we an FMCG? Are we a technology company? Because those boundaries are withering away. What kind of customers are we dealing with? What kind of people we want in our organization? And then the most important that every organization needs to start thinking about is what is the purpose of my organization? Really, what should be the role of a leader? You really have to be an oracle with tools because there is data, and how are you going to use that data and predict where your business is going to be? What is the direction that you want to give to your business? So that's, I would think, is the role of a leader as it evolves in times to come. Thank you very much for your time and patient hearing.
Now we present to you the most awaited segment of the CEO Conclave, NHRDN People CEO Awards 2015. And I request Mr. Pankaj Bansal to introduce the NHRDN People CEO.
It's indeed a very special event because for years we debated in NHRDN that, we've connected with our community of HR, but we have never connected with the CEO community as much as we should. We thought there are multiple awards which are being given to CEOs and CHR, CXOs. However, there is no award which focuses around the People CEO aspect. People CEO is not just the charitable aspect or the development aspect of a people side only. But it is also about the governance. It's also about the performance. And this year, we were very fortunate to have with us Santosh Desai as the chair for this whole process. We have, of course, the private sector, and we have public sector, we have a women CEO, we have a young or a rising organization CEO, and we have MSME. These are the 5 categories on which the awards will be given. I'm sure they need no introduction. Thank you very much and have a great day, friends. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bansal. The first category of awards is the NHRDN People CEO category Women CEO. I'd like to request Dr. Ritu Anand to read the citation.
Recognizing her immense contribution in people leadership, NHRDN is privileged to confer People CEO Award on Ms. Malika Srinivasan, Chairman and Chief Executive Officers of Tractors and Farm Equipment Limited. It's today 93 billion rupees company, annual sale of over 150,000 tractors in a year, and present in 85 countries. In a span of 25 years, she has established TAFE, quality mass manufacturer of tractors, a lean and resilient organization. She is not present. I'm inviting her colleague to come and collect the award on her behalf.
For the next category, it is the NHRDN People CEO Award, Private Sector. May I invite on the dais Mr. Arvind Usrete, Executive Director, Rewards Consulting Leader, Ernst India.
I'm sure Indigo is not an unfamiliar brand to any of us. In fact, several of us, I'm sure, have heard Mr. Aditya Ghosh speak at several events. And in each of his speeches, I'm sure we felt how strongly he believes in his people, recognizing and people leadership. National HRD Network is privileged to confer the NHRDN People CEO Award on Mr. Aditya Ghosh, President at Interglobe Aviation Limited. He's not here. I request his colleagues to come on dais. Please accept the honor on his behalf.
And up next is the NHRDN People CEO Award very young CEO. May I invite on the dais Mr. Anand Pillai, Managing Director, Leadership Matters, Inc.
It's indeed a privilege to introduce Manish and Team Lead. Many people think that it was Manish or Team Leads who optimized the temp staffing business.
Team Leads has got a pan-India presence. Recognizing his people leadership, National HRD Network is privileged to confer People CEO Award on Manish Sabharwal, Chairman and co-founder of Team Leads. He is not there to receive his award, but I think his team members are there.
The next category is the NHRDN People CEO Award, Public Sector. Request Mr. Vikram Bector to read the citation.
It's indeed a pleasure and a privilege and an honor to read out this citation. He's been a true visionary to lead BPCL through these times of change. His leadership, BPCL has retained the position as a Fortune 500. With his commitment and dynamic leadership, Mr. Varadarajan has been able to energize the entire team of BPCL. So recognizing his people development practices, National HRD Network is privileged to confer the NHRDN People CEO on Mr. S. Varadarajan, Chairman and Managing Director of BPCL.
At the outset, let me thank the jury for conferring this very special award. I also thank NHRD Network. I believe is that people want to excel in whatever walks of life they are. It's about the ability of the leadership to provide them the opportunities at the right time to excel. I think we are fortunate that a company like Bharat Petroleum has phenomenal resources at its command to engage with its people in a way to provide them opportunities for growth and leadership. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Varadarajan. The last category of awards today is the NHRDN People CEO Award, MSME. May I invite on the dais Dr. Sanjay Muttal and Dr. Arvind Agrawal.
It's my privilege this morning to introduce and read the citation for Mr. N.K. Chowdhury. Jaipur Rugs' founding father, Mr. N.K. Chowdhury, popularly known as Bhai Saab, has been inspiring his team empower the disadvantaged and underprivileged sections of society and creating leaders at the grassroots level. Recognizing his enormous contribution in the field of people leadership, National HRD Network is indeed privileged to confer People CEO Award on Mr. N.K. Chowdhury, Chairman and Managing Director, Jaipur Rugs.
I would like to thank NHRD for inspiring me to think more on what I can do for my people by giving this award to me. It has been my privilege to work with the people who has been rejected, uneducated, and especially women at the grassroots. Those are the most creative, talented people of the world. This award is not for me, but it is these people who have been recognized. Thank you for the award.
We would like to commemorate this occasion, and we request the dignitaries on the dais to release the souvenir, please. May I now request Mr. Santosh Desai to deliver the keynote address.
Thank you very much. It's been an honor and a privilege to be part of the process. So much talk today and so much talk actually when you go to conferences of change. And I think clearly we live in a world where so much is changing. But I think the fundamental difference between true leaders and everyone else is you make change happen. We moved from a time when the world was and infrastructure dependent. The source of wealth was labor, it became capital. Then are the source of wealth. Ideas are free. Therefore, we are seeing so many disruptive models come into being today. And the leader's true calling is to create this change, is to herald change. Shifts in time, the big shifts that we've seen in the world, what we look at as decisions, are led by individuals. And I think that's the power of leaders who are able to transform not just their own realities, but the realities of everyone else. The other decisive characteristic of powerful leaders is to make us believe. Not just in them and their vision, but just to make us believe. For us to become part of that desire to change things, I think is a really powerful ability of leaders. In India today, all of us are looking for people to come in and make decisive shifts. And I think that today is really about honoring people who are doing that. And we have done that. I think extraordinary stories we've heard of individuals who have made the difference. And it has been a genuine pleasure to be part of that process. Thank you very much.
And may I now request Mr. Kamal Singh to propose the vote of thanks.
First of all, we are really grateful to our keynote speaker, Mr. Santosh Desai. Sir, your presence this morning truly signifies your deep commitment to people leadership. Our sincere thanks to our conclave director, Dil Malia, the team that really joined hand with Anand, Judadit Das, Anand Pillai, Prince Augustine, Dr. Sujaya Banerjee, Sahil Nair, Sanjay Muthal, Dr. Arvind Agrawal, Mr. Vivek Pranchbe, Mr. Arvind Astre, Mr. Bikram Bhektar, and Mr. Pankaj Bansal, Ms. Arvind, Mr. Nathan, and many others. We now come to the convener of the People's CEOs Award, Mr. Bansal. And all these work that you saw along with the research partner, Sync Education, led by Subrat here, please do join me in giving a big round of applause to the entire jury, led by Mr. Santosh, Pankaj, and Subrat together. I will come to the galaxy of awardees that we have got. So please do join me in giving a big to these champions of change in our organizations. To all our speakers, our sponsors, partners, principal partner Capital First, knowledge partner EY, co-partner Ford School of Management, B School partner IFM, BIM Priya Institute of Management, annual partner Step Up, associate partner Mother Dairy and SR Oil, recruitment partner Sign, communication design partner Pulki, and finally the team. I don't want to take a thunder. All this work happens. The team led by Dhananjay, Nalin, Harinder, and many others in Delhi really also deserves it. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
What makes one nation rise and another nation fall? What leads to success and growth, and what leads to failure and stagnation? Author Ruchir Sharma, whose new book has hit the New York Times bestseller list, looks at 10 key factors that makes the difference between success and failure. Is India Rising of and Prannoy Roy, Wednesday at 12 noon on NDTV Profit, in association with the National Stock Exchange of India. Don't miss it.
Presented by MSC, an investment called India.
मोबाइल नेटवर्क सब एक ही जैसे होते हैं, इसमें मुझे कोई डिफरेंस नहीं लगता है कि मैं ये यूज करूं या वो यूज करूं। They don't care.
सारे सेम खेत के मूली हैं।
हर जगह नेटवर्क पकड़ता नहीं है, कहाँ नेटवर्क है कहाँ नहीं, बड़ी रहस्य की बात है।
घर बैठे हुए आप बात कर रहे हैं, सडनली कॉल ड्रॉप हो जाती है।
तुम्हारा नेटवर्क है कहाँ ये तो बताओ। सारे सवाल सारे जवाब जितने भी सामने ले आओ, दूध का दूध पानी का पानी हो जाएगा।
प्रॉब्लम हमें है, हमसे क्या छुपा रहे हैं? गट्स है आपके पास दिखाने के लिए।
आप सब कुछ दिखा देंगे तो क्या पाप हो जाएगा?
अरे दिखाओ ना तो फिर।
ओपनली दिखाइए ना, कहाँ आता है आपका नेटवर्क, कहाँ है आपके टावर्स?
हम आपसे कुछ नहीं, तभी तो हम बने हैं इंडिया का पहला ओपन नेटवर्क।
All our answers would be like given to us.
सारे टावर्स, उनकी सिग्नल स्ट्रेंथ्स आपके मोबाइल पे।
मुझे इसका घर दिख रहा है, इसके घर के पास कौन से टावर्स हैं नहीं है वो भी दिख रहा है।
तो ये सब अभी मुझे मेरे फोन पे दिखेगा।
कम से कम एटलीस्ट यू नो they are going to build a tower here.
This is transparency.
क्योंकि सही गलत सामने आने से ही बनता है सबसे बेस्ट नेटवर्क।
Have you ever looked for a hotel online? Did you notice that there are so many different prices out there for the exact same room? Well, Trivago does the work for you and instantly compares the prices of over 600,000 hotels from over 200 different websites. So instead of searching for hours or spending too much, Trivago makes it easy for you to find for the best price. Just go to Trivago, type in where you want to go, and with 2 clicks, select your check-in and check-out dates and search. It's that simple. Trivago searches hundreds of websites at the same time and shows you the most popular hotels. You can adjust the price so that or select the number of stars, or filter by average guest ratings from over 100 million reviews. Remember, Trivago shows you all the different prices for the exact same room. And that's how you can be sure that you find your ideal hotel for the best price. Hotel Trivago.
Two people who are among those who have made India sit up and take note of the importance and crying need of a liberal arts education.
There's a natural pent-up desire to get out of this very regimented, almost constrained learning environment that a pure leads to.
I think more than parents, students are more excited. I don't want to continue in the sciences. I have other passions. I can still do well if I pursue those passions.
Watch Heads Up at 6:30 p.m. only on NDTV Prime.
Hi, you've reached the voicemail service of Siddharth Vinayak Patilkar. Please leave your message after the break screen.
It's time for us to CND once again on the NDTV network. I'm all set. Is this going to be fun? You bet. To exit the aircraft from under its nose.
Oh, that's fantastic.
The Karan Bike Show, Prime Edition. Tomorrow night at 8:30 on NDTV Prime.
Powered by Big Boy Toys. Supercars for superstars.
You are guilty! आप बहस मत कीजिए! Hang him!
Don't lie to me! You are a liar! Get out of here!
How many times have I told you to shut up? Shut up! इस एक ही जवाब है, जान से मार दो इन्हें, मार दीजिए!
There are three things which are causing a certain element of disruption in the economy. Technology, globalization, and on the third hand, the changing demography of countries in the world is changing and causing this entire challenges. In that given situation, organizations have to continue to manage and create value, and therefore what are the 4 threads? And we identified 4 threads for this conclave, which is a capability building kind of a setup. The first thread was that how do organizations in a kind of situation go around creating a strategy for themselves, because all the elements that go into making a strategy are in the current context a very, very moving target. The second was that in the given situation, the concept of customer is changing. Who is your customer? What is your go-to strategy in the current? What are his value propositions? What are his expectations? So how does this consumer customer profiling change in the given situation that we are talking about? The third is that if that is the kind of market which has to be serviced, what kind of talent do we have? What is the millennium talent going to look like? Positions they expect, what are the changes they are looking at, how do you nurture them? They are looking at different sets of value propositions. How do organizations ready themselves to be able to give that value proposition to people and continue to build their employer brands in the current context? The fourth session that we are talking about, the entire process of an enterprise undertakes is not happening only within the 4 walls of the organization, but is very highly influenced by the entire set of stakeholders who are outside that boundary, the NGOs, the villagers. You're existing in an arena which is expecting you to have moral license to operate in the environment over and above your legal license to operate. So they are talking about boundary management and how do you manage the various stakeholders who are involved in the boundary. So it covers the 360 of the entire domain of how does a CEO in the changing environment become effective.
As you know, the NHS has always been in its thinking of the people agenda to make organizations globally competitive. Towards this endeavor, NHRDN has been conducting several programs, initiative, activities, and the CEO has been launched for the last 3 years is one such endeavor. And this CEO conclave was basically created to bring CEOs along with CX and also to connect the CXOs. I also would like to share that one of the other milestone of this conclave also has been to celebrate success of people who have made the organization.
So if you see, this is the second edition of these awards. The most interesting part is that it covers not only the performance and governance, but the people aspect of it. So it is these three things which help us in making this award unique. So that's why these 5 awards make the complete award set and fairly holistic for last 2 editions. And I hope it will continue.
All of what we have done in the past was look at human resources and everything to do with the profession and what it stands for. I think we are there to serve the business, and therefore bringing the CEOs on and getting the centrality of what is on their minds and what they expect of the people who are chairing and leading this function is what this CEO conclave is about.
Well, the conference I think is a great initiative because it recognizes the fact that people and people leadership is such an important part of any leader's journey. Accomplished leaders who are not just leaders in terms of producing outcomes, but actually do it by focusing on carrying people along with them and inspiring people.